In searching for food, shorebirds are lucky to have A. Long legs and toes, B. Short stubby wings, C. A red cape like Superman. The answer is A. Why? Because long legs keep them from sinking into the mud. How are shorebirds adapted to find food in estuaries?
We've taken a look at the mud habitat, the critters that live there, and how the shorebirds are adapted to feed there. Now let's go to a different habitat, an estuary, and find out why the shorebirds are eating there and what kind of characteristics they have. We'll go to Mrs. Kara Heights and see what her class has been researching.
Thank you, Pam. We're here in a marsh habitat, a completely different habitat. It's often called an estuary, where the fresh water meets and mixes with the saltwater ocean. As you can see, there's lots of grasses around, a little different here. We've been studying the food found here for the shorebirds and what different types of shorebirds are here. What kind of birds use this habitat, Jacob?
Birds that are adapted to eating freshwater insects live in the marshes.
Excellent. And what else? What other kind of birds are here?
Birds in marshes and estuaries pick insects off the surface or feed on freshwater fish and insects, like least sandpipers and yellowlegs.
Yeah, have you seen any of those over here today? Have you seen any birds here today?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you find out what the insects were eating, Jacob? It looks like you've got some tools in your hand there.
We use nets to capture the insects off the grasses and water.
And what did you find?
We also found lots of shore flies.
You got some shore flies in the bag there. And what else did you find?
We found salmon fry.
Yeah, I can see a little salmon fry in there and some other little critters. So how is the birds adapted here?
The least sandpiper has a shorter bill that allows it to eat insects off the mud instead of digging down deep into it.
Excellent. So that's a little different from what we've seen. Here at the estuary, we've learned what kind of birds are here and use this habitat and how they're eating. And we're going to go back to Pam now to hear more.